Hi guys, how you all doing today? Well, we're back today. It's another match day today. We're back Saturday, best day of the week. It's match day. Big match day today for Hibs, really. It's Aberdeen at home. It's going to be a really tough game today, guys. There's no getting away from that. Aberdeen potentially, have got another season. Could potentially have another season of being the second best team in the league this year. I somehow don't think they're going to end up being in second. As I've already said to a lot of people, I think it'll be somebody else this term. They've not started the term particularly well, playing not so great football, and and a lot of ways, they could have been picking up a lot more points than what they have been. They were knocked out of the League Cup at the quarter-final stage, obviously against Motherwell. A lot was made of the goalkeeper that match, I seem to remember. And, it is going to be a hard game today. There's no getting away from that. Hibs again made a good start to the season. Great match last time out against Celtic, managed a 2-2 draw. I think we surprised a lot of people with the way that we performed in that game. So today's another one. Today is the first of 3 really huge games for Hibs. We've got Aberdeen today in the league. Then we play Celtic in the League Cup semi-final at Hampden, and then it's just that small task of an Edinburgh derby the week after. But it is a big task today. There's no getting away from that. I think today is going to be today should be the mark of progression, is to see how far Hibs have come. Not so much under Neil Lennon, but how much we've developed as a club, because obviously in the last couple of years, obviously it's, getting relegated for the Premier League was a right kick in the teeth for Hibs. But we went down to the Championship, we finally won the Scottish Cup, we came back up again. Fair enough, it took us 3 attempts to get out, but we still managed that. We managed to come out of that league back into the SPL where we should be. We've made a good start to the season, wins already, a good couple of wins under the belt. One bad loss in my eyes against Hamilton, but the rest have been pretty much draws as well. So we have made a bit of an indifferent start, but it's been good in phases as well. Hibs go into matches, I think, to set up more or less the same way, not every game, but in a lot of matches, we set out to play football. We get the ball down, we like to play, but we're not getting pushed off the ball as much now, I've noticed. And that, I think, is down to Neil Lennon. Neil Lennon's always been a physical manager. He likes these players to have, I think, the same level of aggression as what he did as a player. Had great success at Celtic. Didn't work out for him down at Bolton. But I think that was more on the financial side why that didn't work out. Came back up to Hibs when he didn't have to, and he's said already how much he's enjoying working at Hibs. I hope he's signed an extension in his contract. He's our manager till 2020, which is a big thing for us. Hibs off the park are hitting a lot of targets as well. We've just hit 13,000 season ticket holders, which if I'm correct, that's been the most ever season tickets we've ever had. So on the pitch, off the pitch, everything's turning up rosy just now for Hibs, which is again fantastic. So on my thoughts on today's game, it's a hard one, because unfortunately Aberdeen are a really physical team again. Physical team, know how to get the ball down and play. They're missing a lot of players though. Yeah, they're missing a big player, I think, in Niall McGinn. Niall McGinn was a huge player for them in the past couple of years. I think he's away to China now, isn't he? I don't know. I need to get my research out for that. But I think he's away to China, or he's away to that part of the world, I think. But so obviously he's missing. But they've brought in quite a lot of good players as well. I think they brought in Stevie May as well. Yeah, Stevie May's ringing a bell with me, and Stevie May's a good player. There's no getting away for that. He was a good young player at St Johnstone. He was another one. Went down south to Preston. Didn't quite work out for him, but he had to take that risk on. He took that risk on. I commend him for that. Came back up to Aberdeen. Aberdeen got the likes of Gary Mackay-Steven in their team as well. He's going to be a big player for them this season. I mean, all kind of signals at this point towards an Aberdeen win, if I'm truly honest. I think it is going to be a really tight game today. I think predictions at this point, I'm going to say either a 1-0 win or a 2-1 win for Hibs. I think it'll be a really tight game, and I really think it will be a case of who turns up more on the day, but we'll have to wait and see how that goes, guys. But as I say, we'll see what happens. Hopefully come 5 o'clock I'll be able to give you a wee bit of good news, but just remember, guys, that one thing only. Come on the Hibs, come on the Hibees, come on, let's do it!
Against Slivka, Ian, Oil,
Hi guys, how you all doing today? Well, I wasn't able to bring you a wee bit of good news, guys, unfortunately. Despite a really battling performance, Hibs got beat today 1-0, goal courtesy of Gary Mackay-Steven, but more said on him in a minute. First and foremost, I have to say, I thought the performance itself was, I just thought it was a good performance by Hibs today. Up until Aberdeen scored, we were more than matching them. I mean, we matched them more or less the whole game. I thought the referee was an absolute disgrace today, and I'm sorry, I don't like blaming the referee on matches like this, but bearing in mind the performance of the referee that I've just sat through and witnessed, the guy should never referee another game again. Gary Mackay-Steven should have been sent off. You know, he had a bit of a tangle with Lewis Stevenson in the start of the game. Lewis Stevenson was booked correctly. I will say that, he was booked correctly. Gary Mackay-Steven got away with about 3 or 4 challenges before he was eventually booked. And then he should, in my opinion, and in fact, no, this isn't an opinion, this is fact. And I would say the same for any other player in any game in the world. The reason why this rule is here is to stop things like this. Gary Mackay-Steven scored against Hibs today, ran away in front of the Hibs supporters and he's cupping his ears. Now, I understand people would say, but Neil Lennon done that with Hibs against Rangers this year, and that's fine. I completely get why people are saying that. But the difference is, Neil Lennon's a manager and he's a player. Right? The reason why that rule is there is to I'm not going to say to stop people doing that, but unfortunately when you're inciting trouble, you know what I mean? You're going to inciting trouble there in my eyes, and if the rule's there, I remember 2 occasions where this was actually enforced to a Hibs player. One was the Scottish Cup replay against Hearts where Jason Cummins scored and ran away in front of the Hearts supporters with his arms at the side, booked, later sent off. He had a retrospective ban the season before when he ran away and gave a gesture to the Hearts supporters, but that's why the rule's there. Do you know what I mean? That's why the rule's there, to stop this kind of thing from happening. Gary Mackay-Steven Day done that in front of the Hibs supporters, no booking. No booking whatsoever. Stevie May is another one. I have never, and I mean, I'm sorry, I've been a Hibs supporter, I've been a Hibs season ticket holder for a long time, and I've seen some horror challenges. Stevie May's challenge on Martin Boyle today certainly falls under that category. A disgraceful challenge. I mean, he absolutely halved Martin Boyle on 2. It was a red card if I've ever seen one, especially the way that the game's going these days. It was a red card. And then on top of that, Stevie May books him, which I'm sorry is the wrong decision, and then on top of that, he then instantly gets taken off because Derek McInnes knew he should have been doing to 10 men. Now, I'm not saying that would have changed the game in Hibs' favour at all, because I don't think it would have. But then you then go into the rest of the game. Hibs players were getting kicked up and down the park today, and they stood up and they battled, and I commend them for that. But the time wasting antics at Aberdeen today were nothing short of embarrassing. Absolute and utter embarrassment by Aberdeen FC today. I'm sorry. Nah. To me, when you've got 55, 60 minutes of a match still to go and you're time wasting, there's no need for that. 6 minutes before the end, I can just about see. 60 seconds before the end, I would accept. But 60 minutes before the end, nah, I'm sorry, that's just disgrace. They came out in the second half and just were happy to sit back and to soak up all the pressure, and Hibs unfortunately just couldn't break them down. But we matched them today, and I'm sorry, I said it last season, I'll say it again today. If that's the second best team in the country, that's a slap in the face to all the other teams that are in the SPL. That is a slap in the face to them. If that's the standard outside Celtic, if that's the standard that we're aiming towards, no, I'm sorry, that's an absolute disgrace. And I'm sorry, they're a dirty team. Which I'm sorry, I'm a traditionalist where football's concerned. I think, you know, people pay to go and watch decent football. Yeah, you're going to get teams there that are rough and ready, and of course they're streetwise, they're street smart. Of course, I completely get that. It's not something I personally would do, and I'm glad Hibs don't do it. I'm glad that if I go along and if I'm watching a Hibs team play football, I'm going along to see them play football. I'm going away to be entertained. Yeah, you might get beat on the way, but you're leaving entertained. Do you know what I mean? But guys, unfortunately, where this is concerned, I'm sorry, no. I mean, Hibs matched them today. Hibs matched them more so, and I'm sorry, as I say, you're hearing this in my voice more and more, the fact that the anger's coming through, because unfortunately, we did match them. We just couldn't get that. We just couldn't get that final ball, and it shows. I will commend Aberdeen for one thing. Whenever the ball was coming in their box, guys were throwing their bodies on the line to defend their lead, to defend the cause. I commend them for that. I'll give them that, because that's what a team should do. I will give them that. But as I say, if that's the second best team in the country, I'm sorry, no, that's a slap in the face to every other team that's in the SPL. If that's the standard that we're all aiming to be, nah, I'm sorry, I don't buy it. But anyway, guys, the big games keep coming for Hibs. We've got a League Cup semi-final next week to look forward. To look forward to. Unfortunately against Celtic, and then just again the next week we've got that small matter of an Edinburgh derby, and hopefully we'll at least win one of the games. To be honest, if you're asking me, I would love a cup final to look forward to, but I want a derby win as well. But we'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens in the next 2 weeks. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave the video like that. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you didn't get too annoyed at my ranting and raving and everything like that. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. Please, if you haven't done it already, please give me a subscribe. Click the bell button down there as well, and you'll get to know when I upload. As I say, please give me a subscribe if you haven't already. Again, I hope you really enjoyed the video. Thanks, guys. And remember one thing only. Come on the Hibs. Come on the High Bees.